At Axminster, we also make woven Wilton carpets, not only for domestic and commercial applications, but more importantly for our expanding transportation business. Axminster is unique in having total control over the quality and specification of the yarns used, giving excellent service to designers and specifiers in developing designs and specifications for individual requirements, in addition to meeting the highest testing criteria dictated by international standards. Yarns are received from Buckfast after passing colour assessment and other specification checks, and then wound onto packages suitable for the chosen loom. State-of-the-art, modern, high-speed Wilton looms with electronic jacquards weave the various specifications required. The warp and weft yarns will vary depending upon whether it is a rail or aviation specification. The Wilton weave structure being particularly good for dimensional stability and able to provide a cut, loop or combination of both in the surface pile. Aviation products tend to be specified to a very light weight. Rail products tend to be heavy duty due to their extended life cycle. The yarn is threaded from the creel onto the loom, and the pattern is selected by the electronic jacquard, lifting the chosen yarn ends above the incoming wire. As weaving proceeds, the set of wires moves forward with the carpet produced. Eventually, the first wire in the set is withdrawn by the mechanism and is immediately inserted in the shed under a new row of pile warps. In this way, the ground fabric and the pile are woven simultaneously. Cams cause heeled shafts to move, creating a shed in the warps through which a rapier carrying the weft travels. One end of yarn is passed through the shed for each shot of the rapier. After each insertion, the cloth is beaten up by a reed to close the weave and obtain the correct density of tufts. After the Wilton carpets are woven, they are inspected and minor repairs carried out where necessary, and then finished through the latex backing line. We apply the correct back coat to suit the specification, and after further inspection, test pieces are taken from aviation products for rigorous testing in our laboratory. The laboratory is United Kingdom Accreditation Service accredited, and all fire, smoke and toxicity testing is carried out to EASA FAR 25.853 and Airbus ABD-0031 standards. All tests are recorded and used in providing the necessary release documentation according to the sector's requirements. This is the Axminster Carpets UCAS accredited testing laboratory. It is externally audited on a regular basis by both UCAS and a number of large international airlines. This is a demonstration of FAA and EASA smoke and burn testing. Before testing, all samples are regularized by storing in the conditioning cabinet for a minimum of 24 hours at 21 degrees Celsius at a relative humidity of 50%. This is the smoke box where samples from all aircraft carpets are burnt, with the resultant smoke and gases collected and tested for toxicity. The carpet sample is heated to approximately 1100 degrees Celsius, and all gases from the combustion are collected and tested. From this, test measurements can be made of carbon monoxide, nitrous oxides, sulfur dioxide and other gases as may be required. 6 samples from each roll of carpet made are subjected to a 12-second vertical burn test, 3 in the warp direction and 3 in the weft direction. The temperature of the flame, although 845 degrees Celsius is acceptable, is actually a minimum of 1120 degrees. The height of the flame is 38 millimeters, and the flame is positioned 19 millimeters below the sample. After 12 seconds, the burner is withdrawn and the time measured for the flame to go out. This normally happens simultaneously. It can be seen from this test that the flame goes out as soon as the heat is withdrawn from the carpet. And as you can see, there is hardly any damage done to the fabric of the carpet. For the purposes of filming these experiments, we have left the doors open on the cabinets, although under normal conditions they would be closed. All of the company processes are defined in our ISO 9100 Revision C accreditation, which gives vital quality assurance to our expanding customer base.